So way back during my 10,000 subscriber AMA, I got asked about making a video like this, and my response was basically, why the hell would I make a video trash-talking characters my audience love? Seems like a great way to put a target on your back. Then I thought about it more and decided, fuck it, sounds fun. So disclaimer time, yes, I'm saying at least one terrible thing about your beloved main. No, that doesn't mean I actually hate the character you play or you. In general, I absolutely love Ultimate and his roster, and you personally are probably pretty cool. I don't know, statistically. As with the best changes counterpart to this video, I'm not going to include universal trends in Ultimate because I don't want to be repeating myself constantly, so no jab cancel removal, terrible shield grabs, you get the drill. Now, this does include nerfs to throw combos since throws were mostly gutted across the board, but there are a few special cases where it's such a big deal I'd feel weird not choosing them. I think you might be able to guess who. Alright, ready to have your favorite childhood icons mocked mercilessly? Then let's get into it! Mario's up tilt no longer hits a lot of grounded characters. Combine that with down throw and down tilt no longer linking into it reliably, and he's gone from the most up tilt happy character in the game to someone who really doesn't use it all that much. Pretty sad. DK lost Ding Dong, killing off the top with cargo up throw into up air. This honestly isn't the end of the world since he still has one of, if not the best throw games in Ultimate, and his overall design is far healthier than in Smash 4. But it still hurts. Link's forward air was changed so that the two hits connect together rather than each hit being independently strong. So this definitely isn't a strict nerf. You do gain more consistent damage, but the trade-off is harsh. Using forward air close to the ground is now a pretty bad option since the first hit isn't safe on shield anymore, and while it has some combo potential, it's not worth getting rid of Farewell's ability to kill, especially since Link has faster, safer combo starters, which are just as rewarding. Smash 4 Samus had arguably the best dash attack in the game, being an insanely fast, long-range combo starter which worked perfectly with her up air. In Ultimate, it was changed to just be a pretty generic kill move, which makes sense design-wise since I never understood why a high-tech bounty hunter was tossing herself around like a linebacker constantly, but ugh, that stings. Yoshi's up tilt no longer hits grounded opponents reliably, and while forward tilt has replaced it as the combo launcher on the ground, this now means you need to make split-second decisions on which one of these to use rather than just having a big ol' cover everything button. Kirby's up throw took a hit. Obviously gross for anyone, but especially bad for a character this slow and stubby who needs to be heavily rewarded when he manages to get in. Fox and Falco's side Bs no longer cross up shields, hurting both their approach game and especially their ability to get off the ledge. That get out of jail free card they used to have is just gone. Pikachu lost the ability to quick attack cancel, and I gotta put a caveat on this. It's not a big deal with the stage list we're using right now, but in the future, if we get more moving stages or it becomes easier to use mixed hazards, toggle, anything along those lines, it could really suck. Luigi Cyclone basically doesn't rise when you mash with it, moving Luigi's recovery from surprisingly good in Smash 4 to shockingly easy to gimp. To make things worse, Luigi also can't use it to gimp opponents, which was a consistent strategy even in Smash 4's forgiving recovery environment and probably would have been really nasty in Ultimate. Guess we'll never know. Ness's down tilt doesn't routinely trip opponents anymore, so while it's still a fast panic button, your panic attack is way less likely to result in a huge combo. Captain Falcon's dash grab has less range. Now, this is true for a lot of Ultimate characters, but Falcon's a special case. In Smash 4, he had a massive slide on the grab that was almost unique to him, and it made his approach out of a dash very ambiguous and scary. It's just a standard dash grab this time around, which really changes his neutral and not for the better. Jigglypuff's back air turns her around like Marth and Lucina. Not a strict nerf, since it might, for example, let you knock your opponent off stage with back air and then use forward air's lingering hitbox to edge guard them, but Puff's back air returned to some of its old glory in Ultimate, and there are a lot of scenarios where this hurts far more than it helps. Peach's forward air got a bit weaker, but it's still good. Really, really good. Bowser lost most of his up throw combos and all of their ability to kill, and don't get me wrong, it's a problem, but he was improved in so many other areas that it's turned out to be much less of a problem than most people expected. It also just makes playing him far more fun and playing against him even more fun. This little dance the second Ice Climber does during grabs both murdered the character and saved Ultimate. Speaking of murdered characters, how you doing there, Sheik? Not much from Sheik survived the transition between Smash 4 and Ultimate, but if I've got to narrow things down, forward air having its damage hit really sucks. It hurts both the move's combo potential and her overall damage output because of how central it is to her kit, and she's already been put in an environment where many characters had their damage and safety improved to match strengths that used to be basically unique to her. Zelda's down tilt went from a phenomenal combo starter to whatever the hell this is. Dr. Mario got the same up tilt nerf as Mario, which admittedly isn't as big a deal since it was nowhere near as crazy in Smash 4. Time to find something bad to say about Pichu, eh? I mean, I guess neutral air got worse and it was Pichu's best move back in Melee, but like, it's still really good and now all Pichu's moves are good, so Young Link overall got a lot of love coming over to Ultimate. The worst thing I can really come up with is his boomerang not getting those crazy angles anymore, and I mean, sure, he'll take it. Can't talk about love coming into Ultimate without bringing up Ganondorf, but as awesome as he is, why'd they need to do that to Flame Choke? Ganon's side can be mashed out of now, although it's not easy enough to be incredibly important, but what is important is Ganon now dies first, so you can't use it to win the game in a last stock situation. I'll definitely take that in exchange for all his buffs, but really? It was an iconic part of the character that really wasn't that hard to avoid, but led to some of Smash's hypest matches when it did land. Not a fan of this change. What the hell did they do to up throw? If I could bring up Mewtwo losing air dodge spam, I absolutely would, but like I said, universal mechanics don't count. So we'll go with down tilt being nerfed, and yeah, it's still a really good move, but Mewtwo was the down tilt character in Smash 4, and seeing it get laggier, lose range and disjoint, and have some of that remaining range no longer lead into combos is pretty rough. Roy's Blazer lost most of its kill power, giving him a lot of trouble killing. Roy's bullshit, what does everything kill? A lot of Mr. Game & Watch's moves were overhauled, and while you can't really call many of them explicit nerfs, I think up air got hit the worst. Sure, the range is pretty amazing, but being above the little guy went from really scary to just kind of annoying, and his kill confirms into up air just don't matter anymore. And for the record, I was originally going with forward air, and aerial you can just swat away seems pretty awful, but I've seen some Game & Watch players say they really like it, so I'll default to them. Mennonites-Attack had its combo game weakened, and considering dash attack was his whole thing in Smash 4, this definitely hurts. So I know I'm gonna sound biased here since Dark Pit's my main, but I struggled to come up with something bad for the pits. They really have basically just been upgraded across the board, and all their old whatever moves seem to combo or kill now. I guess I'll go with Guardian Orbitars. They're less protective since they break faster and shrink while they're held out, but even then, they're so much quicker to use that I don't even really know if you can call the move nerfed, but it's the best I got. Yeah, this is another character where losing throw combos is big enough to mention. Going for grabs was a massive part of Zero Suit Samus' game plan in Smash 4, and the risk from her tether grab was the only thing keeping her in check. She gets to keep the risky grab, but none of the reward from it. Wario's bite gained a cooldown between uses, significantly messing with his recovery since spamming it was the only thing that kept his disadvantage state reasonable in Smash 4. Snake lost his trip mine down smash, and not that his new one is awful, but it is a blow to the trap game he had in Brawl. Now, all he can use to defend himself are his grenades, C4, Nikita missile, up smash, low profile crouch, and the best anti-air tilt in the game. Dark days for Snake mains everywhere. Bring back Ike's forward air. Nerf neutral air, nerf dash attack, I don't care, compensate wherever you want. I'm happy he's finally a viable character in Ultimate, but forward air was my single favorite Smash move for over a decade. It felt like crashing a truck into your opponent. This... what the hell is this? Give me back my meat cleaver. Squirtle lost shell shifting, a really cool and important movement technique in Brawl. Ivysaur dies much earlier because of its weight nerf, while still being combo food because of a faster fall speed. And Charizard's Flare Blitz no longer snaps to the ledge, which severely hurts his recovery options. Lucas definitely qualifies for a throw combo mention. He may not have looked as much like a grappler as these guys, but no, he definitely was, just disguised behind some fireball spam. He gets to keep his 3 kill throws. Yeah, they gave him 3 kill throws, don't ask me why. So he still doesn't have a bad grab game, but down throw used to combo from 0 all the way to death by up air, and that whole defining aspect of his gameplay just vanished overnight. Diddy's down tilt no longer connects reliably into up smash, which was one of the absolute best kill confirms in Smash 4 and one of the 2 major ways he took stocks, alongside Banana, which was also nerfed. Sonic lost canceling spin dash into shield, and I'm picking this as the worst change from a competitive power level perspective. In terms of a fun perspective, joining the pitch, DDD's changes were almost entirely upgrades or side grades, so if we gotta complain about something, let's go with the new Goro knockback angle. Ultimate changed them so that they always launch in the same direction DDD was facing when he threw it, which on the one hand makes them a way more consistent edgeguard tool, but on the other hand means awesome stuff like this doesn't really work anymore. Olimar got weaker overall in Ultimate while becoming far less irritating to fight. Both of those are filthy lies. Pikmin have less health and that's all I can go with. This character gives me migraines. And for the last time on this list, we mourn the loss of a combo throw. When Rob's new down throw berry was shown off in pre-release footage, there was a lot of speculation about it being broken, but as it turns out, no. Close call with Toon Link. While I like the principle behind giving him a new forward smash to separate him from Young Link, it ended up being a sharp downgrade, but I think the more common issue would be with his bombs. They can't push through other projectiles anymore, which has a noticeable impact on his long-range combat in a lot of matchups. Wolf's back air was nerfed, and this thing being his worst change says a lot about Wolf and Ultimate. It's still a great move, but his Brawl version was... I mean, one of the best back airs ever. Look at this thing. Oh God, Crom, no, what are you doing? Move! You know what? Take your time. Smash 4 Villager had one of the best jabs in the game. It was incredibly safe and even had a kill confirm into his axe. Ultimate replaced it with a standard jab finisher, which was requested by approximately, hang on. 0 people. 0 people wanted this. Mega Man's another character who made the jump to Ultimate very well. The worst I can really say is that up air doesn't auto-cancel out of a jump anymore, which does hurt his juggling a bit, but I mean, oh well. Same story with Wii Fit Trainer, although Super Hoop lost some height, which is definitely a blow for an off-stage based character. Same story with Rosaline. No, this is awkward. I think we're probably gonna have to go with the change to Luma. Everything seems to send it flying now. Hey, I sympathize with you Rosa mains out there. I'm hurting too. I played Corrin in Smash 4 and killing Luma for free used to make me feel special, you know? Now it's just something anyone off the street can walk in and do. Little Mac's down tilt was one of the best grounded combo moves in his debut Smash, and moving him into Ultimate where tilts can be done out of a dash should have been terrifying, except they took away basically all its follow-ups. Yeah, have fun with that. Greninja's downtown has less knockback. Garbage character. F you, Greninja. Oh. Damn, Helicopter Kick doesn't have crazy knockback anymore? You know what, we can live with it. Most Mii brawlers were switching to Piston Punch near the end of Smash 4's lifespan anyways. Mii Sword Fighter's down air definitely took a hit. Totally worth the trade-off though, considering he turned into a better zoner than Mii Gunner's forward air lost a lot of its range and now has to settle for being a part of her neutral rather than being her neutral. While Palutena's back air is still an incredible aerial overall, it did lose some of the shield invulnerability that made it truly busted. Pac Jump doesn't come out frame 1 anymore, which takes away Pac-Man's free escape from shield, especially painful with how weak out of shield options are already. Arc Thunder doesn't stun your opponent anywhere near as long, which ruins most of its use as a combo tool. Yeah, the job did get moved to Arc Fire, but meh, old one was better. Shulk's back air lost its early front hitbox, taking away all those ambiguous approach options they used to have and making the move overall just much worse. Mecha Koopas just kind of flop if they hit shields, removing a lot of Bowser Jr.'s pressure. For some reason, Duck Hunt can't just destroy its clay pigeon and throw a new one right away unless it actually hits someone, which locks you out of not only an important combo starter, but also your even more important can. Weird change. Shoryuken is still a good attack, just good. Where in Smash 4, it made him a top tier almost by itself. Ooh, Cloud, what to choose. Okay, so the thing that'll jump out to everyone immediately will be Limit. The fact that you're forced to burn it in 15 seconds or lose it enough to start all over definitely sucks and definitely impacts a match. What I think impacts it even more though is up air. Watch top level Smash 4 Cloud play and this is the move you'll see. Ultimate has it come out later, deal less damage, cover less ground, ruins the fast fall short hop auto cancel, and stops grounded opponents from getting scooped up constantly. For what it's worth, I know not everyone's going to agree here, and I did go back and forth on this several times, but Limit Break created decisive moments in Cloud's gameplay where up air was his gameplay. Dragon Lunge was a huge part of what made Corrin good in Smash 4, and while it was never going to be nearly as vital a tool in Ultimate, the fact that you can do any attack out of a run means it's not a special privilege anymore. This thing still got gutted. Way less travel distance, way more laggy, way less safe, and I think it's honestly kind of a shame. Yeah, it was a bit over-centralizing in Smash 4, but would have been much less so here and is one of the coolest, most unique attacks ever put in Smash. Okay, I did the joke Bayonetta ending thing last time. Look at this fucking up air. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hey, if you liked it, why not leave a like? And I feel the need to say this again after you've just listened to me shit on your main. I like Ultimate, and I like its characters. That being said, if there's something you hate about them even more than what I put here, that's what those comments are for. But before you comment, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more Smash content, and follow me on Twitter at Mr. MockRock if you want to see what I'm up to. Later, people! Now that we've actually got the game in our hands, I'm going to try and pinpoint the best change for each character in terms of what most improved their strength competitively. If you're a main of this character, what should you be happiest about? Lots of people asking about a character I'd like to see added to Ultimate. So there are a ton, and I honestly wouldn't complain about any single character making it in, whether I actually want them in or not. But if I've got to pick one, it would either be